loves. Would you like the centerpiece that will wow your guests during your Easter dinner? Stay tuned. I have another great Dollar Tree DIY for your spring tablescape. Okay everyone, before we get started, let's see what we need for this DIY. Over here on the right, you will see we have our flowers. These flowers were shown in the haul that I did last week. For this DIY, small petal flowers work best. So you need a bunch of those. And then we need our artificial fruit. I have pears and apples. And the reason I chose them is because they're round at the bottom and they work better in the vase that I will be using. And they're also nice, smooth, and not textured, just in case you wonder why I don't have oranges here. If you want oranges, you can, but I wanted a smooth surface, not textured, for a certain reason, which I will explain to you later. So we have our fruit. And then we have our vessel here. We have 3 vases at various sizes. The small one I have here for 8 inches. The middle is about 12 and it has a pedestal on it. And then we have the cylinder tall vase, which is about 15 inches. Now you don't have to use a cylinder vase. The reason I am using one is because it'll hold the fruit better. And you don't have to use as much fruit because it kind of sets inside the vase better. Then we have our decorative things that we'll be using. I have some ribbon here. You can use ribbon or you can use twine or whatever you prefer to decorate your flower arrangement. And I also have some jeweled applique here, and then we have some cutting tools, the wire cutters and some scissors. So that's what you need for this DIY. So before we begin, we need to clean our vessel, and especially when it's glass like this, you don't want any fingerprints. You want it nice, shiny, and dry. So once you clean all 3 of your vases, you're going to set it aside. And the next step we're going to do is optional. I will be painting my fruit, and this is the reason why I didn't choose oranges, is because it will show the texture, and I didn't want that. I want it nice and smooth, just like the outside of the original fruit is. So we're going to come back once I finish painting my fruit. This paint I purchased at Lowe's. It's paint and primer, and it's a satin. You can use flat or you can use shiny, whichever one you prefer, but I wanted to use the satin. So we'll come back once we finish painting our fruit. Okay guys, so I finished painting my fruit. Now it's dark out here. I'm out here in the back. See how black that is? Woo, look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it was nice and warm out here, so I decided to go ahead and paint these, and they would dry quickly. And you can see this little contraption I created. It's nothing but a foam board with some skewer sticks, like shish kebab sticks, I think that's what you call them. And I just pierced the fruit and put them on top, and it holds quite well when I paint it. So this is what it looks like. This is my little contraption. And I already gave it 2 coats, made sure I got up under the bottom. And that's how I paint my fruit. And this is a great thing because you can paint at anywhere between 9 to 12 at one time and get it out of the way, because you need quite a bit of fruit for this flower arrangement. So let's get back inside and we will let these dry. So the fruit is drying outside, and in the meantime, we are going to decorate. My favorite part of this DIY. This is the smallest glass vessel that I will be using in this arrangement, and I wanted something simple to decorate it, so I will be using this black and white striped ribbon that I purchased from Michael's during the holidays last year. There was Thanksgiving or Christmas, and it was 50% off plus whatever coupon at that time that they were providing. You get that off too. The original price was $3.99 or $2.99, not quite sure, but this is what it looks like when in the size and everything. If you're interested to purchase it, they still have it in the store. So I decided to use this simple ribbon. You can use whatever you like. Twine is a nice choice. if you're going for that nautical or country look. So you would pre-measure and then take your scissors and cut whatever size you need. And then you attach it to your vase. Now you can choose to attach it permanently with glue or use Velcro. I am going to just go ahead and permanently attach it with glue. So it would just wrap around here like so, and this is what it will look like. And I will go ahead and attach this and come right back. Okay, I did all 3 vases and put ribbon around them, but I also added a little jewel there in the center. You can get these at Dollar Tree. It's optional if you want to decorate with them. They come in a bag like so, and you've probably seen many crafting ideas with these little glass gems here. That's from Dollar Tree. And you can put them right there in the center of your design or your decor, whatever you want, and that would kind of dress it up a little bit. So that's that. So let's go check on the fruit and see if it's dry, and then we can go to the next step. Okay, so here's the fruit, and it's all nice and dry, completely white. So you can put this in a vase just like this and it would look marvelous. But I do things differently. This is the reason why I call it Bree style, because Bree likes to do things differently. And how I am going to decorate this nice little piece of white apple is I'm going to apply some gems that I had. These are from Reflections. I bought it from Michael's, and I can't remember how much it costs, but they always have it, and you can get it on a 40% coupon. So I think it's maybe $4.99, maybe, not quite sure. But I cut them in a strip like this, and they stick on the back once you peel it off. And then I'm going to take this apple and I'm going to apply a strip right around the circumference of the apple, making sure that it stays straight and in the center. Well, as center as I can possibly get it there. And then you probably have a little space there, so you need to cut a strip to kind of fill in that space. So that's what I'm going to do here. And you can see that how it overlaps like that. So we're going to cut that extra off. And this is what it looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? I think that's just enough bling. And this is what it looks like once I have it inside of the cylinder. So let me take this down and you can take a closer look. Okay, so the trick, it's always a trick, isn't it? The trick is to put the apples or the fruit inside your vessel that is most appealing. As you can see, I have the best size showing just in case you have some marks on here or what have you. And I try to fit them in like a puzzle. And you can see some of the gem fruit is sporadically through the gathering here. And I don't fill it all the way to the top. And that is a reason for that. And I'll let you know in a minute. But that's all the fruit that's in there. And we will be filling up all the cylinders just like this. Okay, so the next step is to prepare our flowers. Now here is a bundle, and it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. And these are some nice little flowers from Dollar Tree. It's from their Floral Gardens line. And we're going to cut off the tags here. So get rid of this tag. And then we're going to use the wire cutters, and we're going to clip it depending on the size of our vessel. So if we take, let's say we have this smaller size here, we're going to measure, because what you want is these flowers to be close to the vessel as possible, to the rim. So you're going to measure, and that means that about right here is where we're going to cut. So we'll cut that like that. Okay, so I finished cutting all of my flowers. There is about 7 bundles here. And what we're going to do, let's move up to our actual vase so you can see. What we're going to do is gather these. Now I put them in groups because you can take these groups of 6 and tape the ends so you can handle it better if you like. But I like to gather them up like this and stick them straight down in the center. And they're going to sink down in the center eventually, but what's going to happen is you're going to keep filling it until they start to tighten. And once it starts to tighten up, now you don't want the stem to come out of the center because you don't want it to show on the outside of the glass. So we're going to keep them in the center as best as we can. Now it's starting to get tight there. Now once it's tight, you can adjust your flowers. Now that's the only reason I don't like to tape mine, but some people can't work with it single like this, so I always tell them to tape the bottom of it, but I don't like taping mine because you can't easily adjust the flowers. So the flowers is inside the vase now. Now start to shape it and push and pull and until they just on the rim of the glass vase. So I kind of play with it a little bit, pull it out, bend it. You don't want it too high. So now, once you got the flower in here, you can go in here and add some more fruit down in there. Got to kind of play with it a little bit so it won't be too tight. You have to be careful about when you pull these flowers because these little pieces come off very easily. So you have to be careful when you're pulling on the flowers and trying to shape it. So here it is. This is one of them. This is the middle one. And as you can see, I kept the flowers low and cropped close to the rim of the glass vase here so you can't see the rim. And then I filled in some more fruit so it would look full at the top so you can't see the stems. And that's one vase done. So I have the other 2 vases. And then that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun. And believe it or not, all of this came from Dollar Tree except for the ribbon and the cylinder here that I already had. The ribbon was quite cheap. Like I said, I purchased it from Michael's months ago during the holidays. This is a great centerpiece once you have all 3 of them together, and I will show you how that would look. And here's the beautiful centerpiece that you can use for your spring or your Easter tablescape. There are a couple of changes, and that is these white berries. I use these again and again, and they're from Dollar Tree. Gem that I changed out from the gem that I was going to use from Dollar Tree. It made it look too heavy. The miniature fruit here is something I've already had. This is an upcycle. If you want to do your whole flower arrangement for a Dollar Tree, I just want it to be on a bigger scale. But they do have glass cylinder vases. They're smaller, but they do have them. The diamond wrap, they do have diamond wrap to wrap your fruit. They also have ribbon and the gems here. So you can see that all of this can be accomplished at Dollar Tree. I hope you enjoyed this video and got a couple of tips for your spring centerpiece, and I will see you on the next video. See you soon. Smooches!